Hey, what's going on? My name is Jack Lane. Welcome back to a brand new video here at the channel. Today we're going to be talking about Terminator 7 as it's been given a cryptic update by studio director James Cameron. James Cameron gives cryptic update on Terminator 7 script. It's totally classified, he has said. James Cameron provides an ambiguous update on Terminator 7. Little is known about Cameron's next installment in the long-running franchise, although he has previously teased that he is in the process of writing a Terminator 7. Cameron directed and co-wrote The Terminator, Terminator 2 Judgment Day, along with producing and helping to develop the story for the most recent film installment, Terminator Dark Fate, which was released in 2019. While speaking with The Hollywood Reporter, Cameron shared his thoughts on Netflix's upcoming anime Terminator Zero series and hinted at his work on Terminator 7, stating that it's totally classified. I don't want to have to send out a potentially dangerous robotic agent if you were to talk about it, even retroactively. He also expressed about being intrigued by Terminator Zero despite not being involved with the project, and his comments are down below. It looks interesting. My relationship to that is very much like the Sarah Connor Chronicles. Other people spinning stories in a world where I set in motion is interesting to me. What's their takeaway? What intrigued them about it? Where are they going with it? It looks like they're going back to the root cause of Judgment Day, the nuclear war, and whether there's an ultimate timeline. I'd be curious to see what they've come up with. He then goes on to say, I'm working on my own Terminator stuff right now. I've got nothing to do with that. Like with the Sarah Connor Chronicles, they occasionally touched on things I have been playing with completely independently. So there's some curiosity there. It's not a burning curiosity, but obviously it'd be nice to see it succeed. The Terminator franchise may need to move beyond James Cameron. This is probably going to happen eventually. But why not get one more James Cameron Terminator film? He made the first film as a success, but the franchise needs new blood now. Cameron is undeniably a significant reason why the Terminator franchise became so successful in the first place. His direction and creative vision not only launched the franchise, but led to Judgment Day, still being considered one of the best movie sequels of all time. As important as Cameron is to the Terminator series, in order to be revitalized and not result in another disappointing film, sequel, or reboot, it may need some new creative oversight. Terminator 1 was 100% on the Rotten Tomatoes scorer with an 89% audience score, and that released in 1984. Then it goes down to 91%. 95% audience score, does better than the first one. But in recent years, the decline has been there. And when Cameron came back to do Dark Fate, it did all right in scoring, but not to the standards of the first two. People seem to be sick of it by number 3, and it does need new life. None of the films have been able to live up to the heights of the Terminator or Judgment Day, partially due to heavily on the characters' storylines and lore of those two films. While Dark Fate was better received than some others of the more recent entries in the franchise, even with Cameron's involvement, it still paled in comparison to the two original films, with Cameron and Arnold Schwarzenegger and Linda Hamilton still not enough to restore the franchise to its glory. This was a clear sign that the new creative direction is needed. New creators need to find a way forward without relying on what has already been done, as that was an issue with the installments Cameron was not involved in. In terms of logistics, having Cameron at the centre of Terminator 7's production also may not be feasible as he remains busy with the Avatar sequels for the foreseeable future. The franchise will not exist without Cameron, but in order to survive, it needs a fresh start moving forward. I agree, it does need a fresh start. I think everything at the moment needs a fresh start. However, I'd argue that Cameron is the thing they need to get rid of. Eventually, yes. Terminator 7 he's working on at the moment. He seems passionate about it. And cinema at the moment is filled with nostalgia. It's a nostalgia fest. We've got Bad Boys, Beverly Hills. We've got Shrek 5, Toy Story 5. We've got so many nostalgic movies coming back, Ghostbusters, and it sort of makes sense for them to capitalize on nostalgia. 2019 didn't really do the series justice in a send-off. I think what they do is they do this Terminator 7 as the end of the Terminator, and then they reboot the entire thing. It's time for it. I think people will be happy about it. But I think that also the fans of the Terminator, they're older now. Would people go see Terminator? Sure. But they are younger people they need to be bringing in to keep the franchise alive. I think do one more with Arnold Schwarzenegger and have all the original franchise characters return, all the actors return, do one big send-off, do that legacy film that we keep seeing in cinemas with Logan, that we keep seeing, the Ghostbusters, the 2 legacy films. Give a send-off to a character that was loved in the 80s and the 90s, give it a proper send-off, and then do a reboot. But Cameron is busy with the Avatar sequels, so who knows? But anyway, if you want to find out more about Terminator 7, I'll probably be covering it here as more news comes out. So drop a subscribe, drop a like on the video, hit the comment section like, are you excited for Terminator 7? Did you know this was a thing? Are you guys thinking, well, this could be the best move is just to reboot, bring new life in? Or are you thinking, no, keep it old school? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. And as always, stay cinematic, and I'll see you all soon. Goodbye.